Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're taking a journey down one of the world's most incredible pilgrimage routes, the Camino de Santiago. But this spiritual trek across Europe isn't just fueled by faith. There's something else, another ancient tradition flowing right alongside it.
Really think about it for a second. What does it take to walk 500 miles? What keeps people going, day after day, on a journey that tests you body and soul?
Well, the answer might surprise you. Of course, there's incredible faith, there's unbelievable endurance, and then there's wine. Yup, it's not just a part of the journey, it's woven into the very fabric of this ancient trail.
And look, this isn't some modern thing for tourists, not at all. The connection between the Camino and wine is as old as the pilgrimage itself. It's deeply rooted in history, in hospitality, and even in sacred symbolism.
For hundreds and hundreds of years, local communities have seen it as their duty and their honor to offer wine to a weary pilgrim. It was never just a drink. It was this profound gesture of, we see you, we support you, keep going.
So really, the wine here plays three huge roles. First, you've got the religious significance in Christianity, which is obvious. Then, it's that universal sign of welcome we just talked about. And finally, it's just this incredible cultural tradition. It's how strangers become friends at the end of a long day's walk, sharing stories over a glass.
Now here's where it gets really cool. It's no accident that wine is so central to the Camino. The paths themselves, these ancient spiritual highways, literally cut right through the heart of some of Europe's most legendary wine regions.
So as you walk, you are literally walking through this incredible tapestry of terroir. That magic mix of soil, climate, and place that gives every wine its unique personality. You're not just passing through towns, you're passing through vineyards, cultivated for centuries.
And you can see it laid out right here. If you take the most famous route, the Camino Francés, you literally start in Bordeaux, France, and walk through Spanish legends like Rioja and Ribera del Duero, or head down the Portuguese way, and you're in Vinho Verde country and the stunning Douro Valley. It's basically a wine lover's dream trek.
Okay, so we've got all these amazing regions, but what about the grapes themselves? Who are the actual stars of the show that a pilgrim gets to meet along the way? Let's get to know the cast of characters.
In Spain, two grapes are absolute royalty. For the reds, you've got Tempranillo. It's the soul of Rioja, giving you these beautiful cherry, spice, and even leathery notes. And then for the whites, especially as you get closer to the coast, you'll find the amazing Albarino. It's zesty, aromatic, and has this incredible salty tang that literally tastes of the Atlantic Ocean.
Hop over to the Portuguese route, and you'll meet Touriga Nacional, arguably the country's greatest red grape. It makes these complex, powerful wines with floral and dark fruit flavors. For the whites, it's all about Alvarinho. And yes, that's the same grape as Spain's Albarino, just with a Portuguese accent. It's the key to those crisp, super refreshing Vinho Verde wines.
And we can't forget where the Camino Francés kicks off. You're in classic French territory. You've got the bold, structured Cabernet Sauvignon, the king of Bordeaux, with its signature blackcurrant and cedar notes. And right alongside it, the one and only Sauvignon Blanc, with that unmistakable zesty citrus and fresh-cut grass aroma.
Okay, we've talked history, we've talked geography, but what's it actually like? Let's talk about what that first glass of local wine tastes like after you've been walking for 15 miles under the Spanish sun. And you really don't have to be an expert to appreciate it. It's just about taking a moment to be mindful. Really look at the color. Give it a gentle swirl to let it breathe. Take a deep smell. And then finally, take a sip. It's not just a drink anymore. It becomes a real experience, connecting you to the very place you're standing.
And oh man, this is where it all comes together. The wine and the food are a perfect match. Can you imagine you finish your day's walk in Galicia and you're eating fresh octopus with a crisp glass of local Albarino? That wine's bright acidity just cuts through the richness beautifully. Or a huge plate of roasted lamb in Rioja with a powerful aged Tempranillo. You're literally tasting the land you just walked across.
Now, if you need any more proof of just how central wine is to this whole experience, get this. At a winery called Bodegas Arache, there's a fountain. But it's not just any fountain. It has two taps. One gives you water, and the other one gives you free red wine. Seriously, it's a gift to sustain pilgrims on their way. It's a living, breathing symbol of the Camino's spirit of generosity.
So as we get to the end of our journey here,
It's so clear that the wine on the Camino is way more than just a beverage. It's a really powerful metaphor for the journey itself.
Just think about how wine is made. The crushing of the grapes, well, that's like the physical challenges of the walk. The fermentation, where everything changes and bubbles up, that's the internal transformation a pilgrim goes through. And the maturation in the barrel? That's the wisdom you gain over time, creating that final, complex character.
The journey absolutely changes you. Just like a wine evolves and develops new layers in the bottle, the pilgrim evolves on the path. Step by step, day by day, you emerge at the end as someone different, someone more complex, with a whole new perspective.
And that really brings us to the final question, doesn't it? The Camino reminds us that maybe, just maybe, the end of the journey isn't really about arriving at a place on a map. Maybe it's about the person you become along the way. And perhaps that glass of wine, shared with a fellow traveler, is the perfect toast to that very transformation.